Welcome to 5-Minute Mediumship, and in this video I want to look at the importance of allowing our mediumship to change. So as we go through the process of developing as a medium, we also go through periods where we feel very comfortable in the way that we're working, we feel very secure in the sense and the understanding we have of that contact from the spirit world. But we also go through periods where everything appears to be changing within our mediumship, and that can be quite unsettling, and it can also start to undermine our confidence in certain ways, and particularly when we're working on platform. But allowing change is incredibly important within our mediumship. As we start to work to allow our mediumship to change, we start to allow both the deepening of the evidence, we start to allow an expansion of our energy and our contact and our blending with the contact, so that we're able to really move to deliver the key aspects, the really important aspects of what they want to say. And we also start to allow our own psychic abilities, the abilities through which our mediumship works, to expand and to start to coalesce. They start to work more as a cohesive whole. And when they do that, there's less contact to medium to recipient and more of a natural flow, so that the energy, the essence, the personality and the directness of the contact is able to come through to the recipient. So as we start to feel that our mediumship is changing, it's really important to allow that process of change, because what that does is it actually enables our mediumship to refine, and it enables the way that we work and blend with the spirit world and with the contact to actually progress and refine. Now, most of the information that we have at different points in time will start to change and start to evolve. Part of that process happens because our understanding of spirit and our understanding of our mediumship is changing and evolving. So as we start to be more comfortable with it, as we start to be more confident with that relationship that we have with the spirit world, we start to have a greater freedom within our energy and within the way that we're working. So very often when we're working with our mediumship, we think of our mediumship changing and we have no control over that change. But in actual fact, in lots of ways, we are the instigators of that change, because we come to a comfortable place. We come to a place where we're confident in the way that we're working, and we're sure of the way that we're working. So we know what information that we're going to get. We know that we might have a relationship, we might have a method of passing, we might have hobbies, and we might have personalities. But if you think about it, that is very restrictive, because not every contact that we work with is going to want to deliver the same information. They're going to want to deliver information to their recipient that's meaningful and that's useful and that supports them and helps them at that particular point in time. So really, when you think about it, the information that each of the contact brings is going to differ. So we don't want to allow ourselves to get stuck into a habit of always giving the same information, because that's really restrictive. And what we're going to do is we're going to find that we start to work in a bit of a holding pattern and nothing new ever comes forward. The really important thing to remember when your mediumship is changing is that your relationship with the spirit world hasn't changed. So the way that you're receiving information and the type of information that's being communicated to you may be different. You may have to tune into your own energy, into those subtle senses a little bit more, and to just allow the experience you're having to actually come forth, and also allow yourself to be brave enough and courageous enough to actually deliver the experience that you're being given by the spirit world. But it's important to remember, if your mediumship feels like it's changing, if the way that you usually work is changing, that's actually a really good thing, because it means that you're progressing. And that both supports the spirit contact in wanting to deliver what's really essential and important and meaningful for them to deliver to the recipient, but it also supports the recipient in really being able to have a tangible sense of their contact, of their loved one with you, rather than being given stereotypical information or information that feels very comfortable to you but doesn't really allow the message, doesn't really allow the connection and that contact with that loved one to really be moving and to really mean something at that moment in time.